Welcome back to Foundations in Foresight, a Think Forward series. I'm Steve Fisher, and today, we're continuing our exploration of world building as part of the Spectrum Foresight method. Today, we'll focus specifically on how we can thoughtfully craft the cultures and societies of the future, deeply influenced by the powerful super shifts reshaping our world. When we talk about the future, it's easy to get wrapped up in technology, economics, or infrastructure, but equally critical, and often overlooked, are the cultures and societies we create around these changes. Culture defines how we interact, what we value, how we express ourselves, and how we build communities. Without thoughtfully considering these aspects, our visions of the future become incomplete and less practical. Consider for a moment the immense changes we've seen in just the past few decades. As technology rapidly advanced, it didn't merely change our gadgets, it fundamentally transformed our social interactions, how families connect, how we conduct business, and even our concepts of identity and community. Today, our cultures and societies are shaped as much by digital connectivity as they are by physical proximity. And as we look to the future, even deeper transformations are on the horizon, driven by what we call super shifts, massive, fundamental changes that reshape the very fabric of society. Super shifts go beyond trends or temporary movements. They're profound structural evolutions, altering how societies function, interact, and understand themselves. Take, for instance, the super shift eco-awakening. Eco-awakening isn't just about renewable energy or recycling. It's transforming our social values, altering what communities prioritize, and reshaping entire cultural narratives. We're seeing communities increasingly value localism, circular economies, and collective responsibility. This is reshaping everything from our lifestyles and consumption habits to our educational systems and political agendas. Or consider another powerful super shift, digital transformation. This isn't just about digital tools or remote working. It's fundamentally changing how we understand work, social interactions, and even the nature of human relationships. As digital platforms become central, we're witnessing a shift toward more virtual communities, digital-first cultural norms, and evolving concepts of personal identity and privacy. These super shifts aren't just surface-level changes. They're deep and transformative, reshaping how societies understand themselves, how cultures evolve, and how we as humans find meaning and connection. Integrating these insights into our world-building practice allows us to create future scenarios that are not just technologically feasible, but culturally authentic and socially relevant. But how exactly do super shifts reshape future cultures and societies? Well, let's dive deeper with a few concrete examples. When we consider the super shift towards sustainability, we're not just envisioning green technologies or eco-friendly products. We're imagining entire communities designed around sustainability principles. These could be communities where resource sharing is normalized, cooperative living arrangements become widespread, and education focuses heavily on ecological literacy and global responsibility. Similarly, the digital transformation super shift pushes us towards societies that prioritize digital literacy, virtual collaboration, and flexible working arrangements. It could redefine our cultural understanding of presence and togetherness, shifting from physical proximity to digital connectivity. Education could become more decentralized, personalized, and continuously adaptive, fundamentally changing how knowledge is shared and valued within society. Understanding these super shifts deeply and vividly allows us to anticipate profound cultural changes. We can visualize not only what the future might look like, but how people will think, interact, and form their identities. This cultural and social dimension makes our future scenarios deeply human-centric and meaningful. So how do we practically approach crafting future cultures and societies within our foresight practice? The process starts with clearly identifying the super shifts most relevant to your community or organization. Perhaps you're noticing powerful movements towards sustainability, rapid digital transformation, or significant demographic shifts. Identifying these clearly is your first crucial step. Next, consider the specific cultural and societal implications of these super shifts. If sustainability is your focus, what new cultural values or norms might emerge around resource usage, community interactions, or education? If digital transformation is key, how will cultural concepts of privacy, identity, and community engagement evolve? It's essential to engage diverse perspectives during this process. Invite anthropologists, sociologists, community leaders, educators, and even citizens to share insights. Diverse viewpoints enrich your understanding, ensuring the societies you envision are comprehensive, inclusive, and realistically complex. Once you have these insights, integrate them directly into your strategic foresight. Develop practical scenarios that clearly illustrate these future cultures and societies. Outline explicitly how these evolving cultural and societal norms will impact your organization or community. Consider the potential opportunities these new cultures might bring, as well as any challenges or disruptions you should prepare for. Throughout this process, remain open and flexible. Cultures and societies are fluid and continually evolving. Regularly update your scenarios as new trends or signals emerge. Ensure your foresight practice remains dynamic, reflective, and responsive to evolving human needs and values. Of course, crafting future cultures and societies isn't without challenges. One significant challenge is managing complexity. Culture and society involve intricate layers of human interaction, identity, and meaning. Keep your cultural scenarios clear, relatable, and intuitive. Avoid unnecessary complexity, making sure your scenarios are accessible and actionable. Another consideration is balancing visionary ideas with practical implementation. Future cultures and societies you envision need to be ambitious enough to inspire strategic thinking, but practical enough to implement realistically. Constantly assess your ideas against real-world feasibility, ensuring they're grounded in plausible developments and practical realities. Communication is also critical. Cultural and societal changes can be deeply personal and emotionally resonant. Clearly articulate the purpose and implications of your envisioned future societies. Engage stakeholders authentically, showing them exactly how these cultural insights inform strategic decisions and organizational planning. Lastly, embrace continuous learning and adaptation. Cultures and societies evolve constantly, influenced by countless factors, from technological innovations to global events. Regularly revisit and refine your cultural scenarios. Remain adaptive, using emerging signals and new insights to continuously enhance your foresight practice. Let's pause for a moment to summarize today's essential insights. We began by emphasizing the crucial role of culture and society in effective world-building practice. We explored how significant supershifts deeply influence cultural and societal development, illustrating how these transformations impact human values, interactions, and societal structures. We also provided clear, practical steps to help you integrate these cultural insights into your foresight practice. By clearly identifying relevant supershifts, exploring their cultural implications, and engaging diverse perspectives, you can build future scenarios that authentically capture tomorrow's human experiences. Now, here's a practical reflection for you. Choose a significant supershift relevant to your context. Reflect deeply on how this shift might transform cultural norms, societal values, or community interactions within your sphere of influence. Begin sketching practical scenarios that illustrate these changes clearly and compellingly. Use these insights directly to inform your strategic planning, organizational policies, or community engagement strategies. Looking ahead, our next episode in this series will focus on illustrating daily life and human experiences within these future societies and cultures. We'll discuss how to vividly capture and communicate the human dimension of your future scenarios, a critical aspect of comprehensive world building within the Spectrum Foresight method. Remember, when we talk about the future, we're ultimately talking about people. Technologies, infrastructures, and economic systems are crucial, but at their heart, these elements are designed to enhance human life. Crafting future cultures and societies allows us to envision futures that aren't just technologically feasible, but deeply meaningful, inclusive, and inspiring. Thank you for joining me today on Foundations in Foresight. Continue to build thoughtfully, plan strategically, and always think forward.
Thanks for listening to the Think Forward podcast. You can find us on all the major podcast platforms and at www.thinkforwardshow.com, as well as on YouTube under Think Forward Show. See you next time.